Good morning, crypto Twitter is missing crypto, spreading crypto with doctors showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included. It's really that simple. We are savage, amazed, boss, zesty, making money at the same time, spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z. About to change the world, so y'all better get ready. Missing crypto, I'm never backing down. I got a wax account, you should check it out. So many NFTs, I think I lost count, and I'm only getting started. Yeah, I'm barely off the ground. Missing crypto, you cannot stop me. My hands are made from diamonds, your hands fall like origami. Never be the boss of me. Bitcoin's all I need. When I say I'm zesty, that's just me talking honestly. Crypto and yum bomb marketplace. I wanna see the more we gotta go through cyberspace. Leave this world without a trace. They pay for a different day, cause we partners in the cryptos didn't stay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Miss Teen Crypto Show. I hope everybody is having a very zesty day today. I would love to just say happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying the week. Christmas just passed, Hanukkah just passed, and now we're heading into the new year. Also, big shout out to Wax Blockchain. Thank you for sponsoring this episode of the Miss Teen Crypto Show. If you guys want to learn more about Wax, click the link in the description. You can learn, you can get started with the wallet, get zesty with it. If you guys see that QR code in the bottom right of my screen, that's to a Wax NFT. If you guys are the first to scan the code or click this link that I just put in the live chat, you will get a free NFT, and I will continue to put out a few more throughout the show. So let's be awesome, let's be zesty. Only one person per claim. If you claimed one, please let's share. I really appreciate today's guests, Altcoin Daily, Aaron and Austin. Thank you so much for coming on. How are you guys?
Well, if there's one thing that Aaron and I are good at is knowing how to share. So we relate to your audience. Happy to be here. Love your channel. Thank you for having us.
Feeling zesty. You're sponsored by Wax. You're big time now. I didn't realize.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am. It's very awesome. I've been minting on Wax for a while now. If you guys haven't heard yet, I actually have a $1 drop going live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern to celebrate the new year. The link is right in the live chat right now, so thank you for that little transition. But I would love if you guys could introduce yourself, Aaron, Austin, whoever wants to go first.
Sure. My name is Aaron Arnold, one half of the team behind Altcoin Daily on YouTube. Austin, how would you add to that?
I would say that I think a lot of if you don't know us, my brother and I, we are traditional hodlers, accumulators, meaning we don't come from a traditional investing or coding or tech background per se. Multiple years ago, as we got bit by the crypto bug, we figured, whoa, if mass adoption is to happen, if this cryptocurrency is truly for everybody, surely two average guys can figure it out. So we started the channel day by day, covering the news and just trying to understand what has value in this space, what is making progress in this space. And we have cultivated a like-minded audience on Altcoin Daily to follow.
That's great. And you guys have been making content for a long time, but I want to go and visit the parts of your life before crypto. What were you guys doing? What were you up to?
Well, before crypto, after college, we moved out to Los Angeles, where we currently reside, and for many, many years, and still like now, I guess you could say, we're full-time actors and filmmakers in the union, been on TV and like produced our own stuff, and we still do that now, but like definitely in the past year, like just been like very heavy into crypto since there's been so much interest.
And just to add on to that, like we came to LA with a passion for acting and filmmaking, got bit by the crypto bug, and now we have two passions, and they truly coincide. Like obviously in hot years like this year for crypto, we can lean into that a little more, but because we're in control of our own thing, we got going on our own business, we can do them both. So we never actually really quit our old passion. We just do both.
Wow. So you guys wanted to produce your own TV shows? Like, were you trying to be a part of a network at one point?
It's really the main thing is the main thing was acting, and we've done a whole bunch of stuff. Like we've been booked on a lot of commercials together: BMW, Sprint, Hotels.com. They cast for Twins all the time.
In
Done
fact,
a feature. Yeah.
the audience can go over to IMDb right now and check out our profile. We just did a thing on the Fox show Deputy with Rob Lowe earlier this year, 2021. So we're, I'm sorry, not Deputy. I did Deputy. We did Lone Star. Deputy's one I did. We did Lone Star, 911 Lone Star. But anyway, we're up and comers in the entertainment world, and we're up and comers in the crypto world too.
Oh my gosh. This is so amazing. Guys, they're actors. So you said you were in 911 Lone Star?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love 911. What episode? Did it air yet?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the beginning of this year. It was like, which episode was it?
We played conjoined twins. So if there was one you saw where conjoined twins were there, that was us.
Did you see that one? It was like the opener.
No, I haven't caught up with this season. I watched the last one. I watched the first season. Oh my gosh. So I'm definitely going. That's the first thing I'm turning on after this. Guys, head over to Hulu. Go to 911 Lone Star. Turn on season 2. Let's get it. Altcoin Daily. So you guys producing, acting, all this good stuff. You moved to LA. You got some In-N-Out Burger, I guess, right? You guys like In-N-Out Burger? Is that something you vibe with? Okay, yeah.
Of course.
What was it?
LAers love In-N-Out Burger, and I like it. It's good.
Yeah, me too. Had to throw it in there. So you guys, who found crypto first, and how? I know this meshed in with your YouTube channel and everything, but how did you find crypto? Who found it first?
I was the first person to find crypto. It was, the first time I heard about it was like back when I was in college in like 13, and I saw on Reddit the pizza guy story, but I didn't think anything of it. But when I really got into it, it was like late 2016 and throughout 2017. And what happened was a couple different things. First of all, me and my ex-girlfriend just broke up, so all of a sudden I had tons more free time. I was looking to just spend my time doing something productive, and I thought, oh, maybe I could like trade cryptocurrency, because at that time, that's when the altcoin market was getting hot. And I had like a Lyft driver tell me about a hot altcoin that he 3x'd his money in. Then I had another guy that I worked with tell me about, he was like investing and trading in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And then it wasn't until late 2017, and I kind of dabbled in it. And it wasn't until late 2017 when I discovered crypto YouTube, and the market was really hot then. And at the time I was like, man, like some of these guys are pretty good, and the guys who are good still make content today, a lot of them. But some of those guys back in 2017, I was like, I think there's room for improvement here as far as like the content level that you're getting on YouTube. And I thought, you know what, I'm looking to fill my time with something productive. I feel like I could do it better than half of those guys back in 2017. And started at the very beginning of 2018 with the channel. Probably the worst time ever to start a cryptocurrency YouTube channel, just because there was the bear market just hit and everybody's getting kind of like sick of it. But then I brought Austin in, and yeah.
And then the channel blew up. You're welcome.
What drew you into Bitcoin? Because I know you said you got into, and you saw in 2016, treaded lightly 2017. What drew you in? What was one aspect that was like, okay, so this is important?
What really drew me in was, it seemed like obviously the money making aspect drew me in. Like trading was originally, I was like, oh, maybe I can trade and make some money. But also it just seemed like it really was like the cutting edge. It seemed like, oh, like Bitcoin is the future, and people don't really like realize that yet, or just like cryptocurrency is on the cutting edge, and some of this stuff will be the future. I was really into it in that regard. Just like I was a little kid when the internet boom happened in the 90s, so I couldn't have been a part of that, but it just seemed like it's the natural progression of us online. Mm-hmm. And having digital scarcity with Bitcoin and crypto, and I just it interested me to be on the cutting edge of that, and also have a way to possibly invest in something that appreciates.
Wow, that was great. What about you, Austin? Were you feeling the same?
Well, luckily Aaron brought me in to crypto and the YouTube channel, so thank you, bro. I love you. And I guess the two things that, number one, the thing that drew me in is like, whoa, all these people seem to be making money, or people talked about the gains they got, and then the bear market hit shortly after. And also cutting edge. Like, I'm not going to repeat it. It's basically the same mindset that Aaron had.
Yeah, I mean, going into business together is a big thing as well. You know, two brothers, family, working with family. How did you guys decide, to work together?
It was pretty. It's the best business person I could have gotten involved with because obviously I can trust my brother. We have a similar work ethic. It'd be a lot harder if I was going into business with somebody else.
Yeah, I go on.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, little did we know that we were training for this moment our whole lives, because we learned how to work it out and live together, and do work together. So same interest. This was a natural progression.
That's amazing. And you guys, like, taking this step to move from your hometown to LA, that's a big step for anybody. And then, you saw you had some a passion in acting and filmmaking, and then you went even farther to start a business and a YouTube channel. Were you guys interested in always altcoins, or was it only Bitcoin at first? Are you guys still in favor of altcoins more than Bitcoin, or you like Bitcoin more than altcoins? I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's an interesting question, and it's interesting because my original, first of all, when I started the channel at the very beginning, and when I was like into it, I didn't realize there's this huge war between Bitcoiners and altcoiners and like these Bitcoin maximalists and all this stuff. My original intention to name it Altcoin Daily was to just kind of like talk about the whole market.
Yeah.
Like, we can talk about the whole market here, and everybody, especially in 2017, was like interested in altcoins, but it was never like anti-Bitcoin or anything. And actually, like, I'm a huge like Bitcoin proponent. I guess, I mean, yeah, I mean, I really want Bitcoin to succeed, and I consume a lot of Bitcoin only content. So it's tough because the space is so tribal, and people want to like label you. Oh, if if you're named Altcoin Daily, you must hate Bitcoin, or the vice versa, or however it goes. But yeah, huge Bitcoin proponent, and yeah, talk about the whole market. I hate also like these different like communities, whether it's Bitcoin maximalism or Ethereum maximalism or whatever it is. It's like they get into these little niches, and I feel like there's pressure within their communities. Oh, you can't talk about the other thing. Well, I always want to be able to talk about the whole market because there's a lot going on.
How do you feel about the subject, Austin?
Oh, thanks for the question. I mean, kind of in the same mindset. I'm just going to go right to where we are today, because maybe my mindset has evolved over the number of the years. But where I stand right now, like, I consider myself sort of a Bitcoin fundamentalist, not a maximalist. Does not mean the same thing. To me, a fundamentalist means from the use case of money, like that's Bitcoin's use case, money, as opposed to dApp platform, as opposed to smart contracts. I want my money to be as censorship resistant and as decentralized as possible. So for the use case of money, I'm a huge Bitcoin believer, just because I don't think the nanos or the Litecoins, those were launched with major VC funding. People knew cryptocurrency had value then. They're not going to be as decentralized or censorship resistance. And if they are, then I'll switch. But I'm going for the most decentralized censorship money. That's why I consider myself a Bitcoin fundamentalist. And then all the other altcoins, super into the other use cases in terms of, can we build a decentralized internet feature? Can we give the power back to the people and take it away from these corporations? So in that sense, that's sort of what the channel tries to figure out. Okay, which of these altcoins are making progress? Where are we seeing the gains in adoption, which might lead to gains in other areas as well?
What do you think, Miss Teen Crypto? You like Bitcoin, or which coins you like?
Listen, I'm not a maximalist. As you can see, I make NFTs. I'm very into the whole space as a whole. I'm very interested in, the different use cases, as you guys were talking about. I see Web3 coming in hot, and I see a lot of things like even YouTube right now. A lot of people are watching us on YouTube. Hey, YouTube guys, what's up? There's going to be a decentralized YouTube one day. I believe that. Do you guys believe in decentralized social media? Do you think that's going to come about soon as well?
I would love it if that came along. I'm kind of skeptical whenever something launches and it's newer and sells itself as a decentralized version of YouTube or social media, because in the beginning they're obviously not decentralized. However, I think something like that could come about. I like to take like the wait and see approach. And as soon as the biggest problem any of these things have is like they don't have a network effect. So it's like not advantageous for us to like post our content on a decentralized alternative because there's no audience there. Like we
Yeah.
would be bringing an audience there. So that's the biggest thing. But I certainly would like to see something like that come about.
Yeah, it could be difficult because, sometimes you need a central authority when it comes to social media, nefarious content, whatnot. But it is interesting to see where all this crypto can take us. Where do you guys, all right, how's this one? How have you seen adoption progress since you guys got into this space? You watched 2017, Aaron. You watched the big run up, the big come down, and the run up again. So what have you seen happen over that time in terms of adoption?
Crypto adoption and awareness have increased by orders of magnitude since 2017. It was so different 4 years ago. I mean, this is how I like to think about it. Bitcoin's obviously 13 years old. It was created in 2009, basically. But back in 2014, there was one exchange, pretty much, Mt. Gox, and it got hacked and the price crashed, which is one exchange. A lot of people thought Bitcoin and crypto were done. Cut to the very end of 2017, I remember American exchanges were turning people away near the top because they just did not have the infrastructure to onboard new users. And Binance really had just launched then. It wasn't what it is today. Now it's the biggest exchange in the world. So from 27, so there was a few exchanges back then, but they were turning people away. And then 4 years later now, in 2021, about to be 2022, the on-ramps, the adoption, the infrastructure has increased by 100x, like orders of magnitude. Like we've come a long way.
Yeah.
People used to ask, or people used to think about, oh man, like what if like the people ban it? Like what if, they ban Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? But we've seen so much regulation come out in the past couple of years specifically. I mean, PayPal getting involved, banks being allowed to custody cryptocurrency and run a node. There was always like this gray area. It's not that they weren't allowed to, it just wasn't clear. So the regulations are getting cleared up, and that means that they're not going to ban it. That means game on. So yeah, compared to like how it was 4 years ago and even before that, orders of magnitude better.
Definitely the exchanges that, Mt. Gox kind of probably scared a lot of people off that were in crypto investing, probably scared some people, but now we have more safe exchanges. It's a relief, honestly. Local Bitcoins, I know a lot of my guests have gone through, actually peer-to-peer exchanging fiat for Bitcoin. We've come a long way. I do believe at some point it'll come full circle.
Yeah. Who else have you had on the show? Who are some of your favorite guests that you've had?
BitBoy was actually the one that was telling me about local Bitcoins. Didi Taihutu. There are a lot of really great guests I've had on the show. Guys, if you see in the chat, I did drop a new NFT, so go claim that up. So I wanted to ask you guys, so working brother with brother, and I saw you guys do a lot of crypto predictions and top picks. Do you guys, disagree sometimes over these picks?
I wouldn't even say that we do a lot of predictions. No, we do have a lot of top pick titles and thumbnails, but just got to get people to watch the video. Got to clickbait a little bit. Don't take the player, hate the game.
And to put one more detail on that, we cover a lot of predictions, meaning if we make a prediction, it's because we're covering, what notable person said here or what the chart says from Plan B or something like that.
Yeah.
So we cover some of the best minds just so the audience can pull from many different things.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as us disagreeing, I'm sure we disagree on some stuff. I think generally we think kind of the same, but I think also...
I disagree.
So just like generally, Austin and I keep an open mind. There's so many people I feel like in the space who say, this is the right answer, this is how it has to be, and if you don't agree with me, then you're the idiot. You're the one who's wrong. But that's not how I see it. I like to, look at a bunch of different theories and, just try and keep an open mind.
Of course.
If I had to pinpoint it, I would say like big picture concepts, not by choice, but just by happenstance. We do agree on a lot of the same outlook of what we like and what we see this space being in years to come, mainly probably just because we pull from the same data points a lot of the time. But also I would say one specific difference, and maybe Aaron disagrees with this, is I think I am generally more open to like the altcoin innovations going on in the space. And I think Aaron sort of has like a prove it to me type attitude, meaning I got to see, I'm not here for the I guess, speculation, or just because they say they're the decentralized version of this, who cares? Prove it to me. And I kind of take more of a, well, let's check this out kind of approach.
So you're more
sometimes.
you're more on the conservative side, Aaron.
I'm more on the skeptical side sometimes. But,
Yeah.
I try not to let that stop me.
No, you guys are doing good. I mean, your altcoin daily. You guys are explaining a lot. I've been watching your videos and all the articles you cover. You're giving a lot of exposure and trying to educate everybody on what's going on in this space, what coins are popping, and what they're doing in the metaverse and the crypto market in general. Since you're talking about altcoins being open to things, what are your thoughts on NFTs and where do you see that space going?
They're dead. They're done.
No way, dude.
No, just kidding.
Oh my gosh, I was like, what?
I think the biggest thing is, one thing that did surprise me compared to where we were 4 or 5 years ago, is how quickly the mainstream adopted NFTs in their everyday lives. Like, I thought it would happen. I had no clue it would just be the wave, the onslaught so quickly. So hugely bullish. I think we had Kevin Smith. He's a director. He directed Clerks on the channel multiple months ago. He's a Hollywood director, and he said that for him personally, he was never into Bitcoin or a new form of money or Dogecoin, anything like that. That didn't really speak to him. But as soon as his girlfriend's boyfriend, as soon as his daughter's boyfriend, gave him this example, he got it. For example, if he goes, if he has this cool sword, he's a collector, just a run-of-the-mill, everyday life, actual sword, maybe get it at a medieval times. He's proud of that, and he hangs it in his living room. Maybe 5 to 10 people will see it all year. Nobody's going to see it. But if he has an NFT version of a sword that not only you can use in-game, maybe it has utility in the places he is at anyway. Also, he puts that online. All his followers will see that. All his friends will see that, and he'll be able to show that off. So digital ownership spoke to him immediately, and I think that's just sort of an example of getting the artists involved. That's not going away. People's lives are only getting more digital. The internet's only becoming more of a thing, and digital ownership is just a natural progression.
Agreed. Aaron, you're up.
I mean, it's amazing this year to see how much NFTs have caught on. It's it certainly surprised me, and I think NFTs are here to stay. I mean, just like everything, the market's going to go in ebbs and flows, and I'm sure there'll be periods of time when the NFT market, people are maybe turned off to it because it's not going up every day or whatever. But I think they're certainly here to stay. I mean, people pay thousands of dollars for a baseball card, which is just cardboard and ink. I'm sure they're gonna, the collectible market, baseball cards or paraphernalia or stuff related to movies, that's always been very popular. So generally speaking, I think you can point to individual brands of NFTs and say, oh, that's like a Beanie Babies. Their popularity is going to wane, but I think generally speaking, NFTs are here to stay, and it's not even just art and collectibles. It can be many different things, and they can have utility. So it's pretty exciting. What do you think, Miss Teen Crypto?
I agree. I'm totally with you. NFTs are truly changing the world. They're showing, especially kids my age, that we could be our own store. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, gives you the opportunity to be your own bank. Store your wealth, store your value. But we need to decentralize our assets. Even something as simple as a high school diploma. I should have had an NFT when I graduated. Just proving that I graduated high school. That's kind of where I see this space going. Where do you guys see, are you guys gamers? Do you guys are you guys, interested in gaming NFTs? Do you think that's gonna be something that brings a lot of adoption as well?
The last game that I personally played, and I think Aaron too, was Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. So if anybody out there, Miss Teen Crypto's audience, wants to challenge us, always game. We're out here in Los Angeles. But in terms of keeping up with gaming and do I game now, I don't. I would not consider myself a gamer. But I think that's a super easy, natural progression on how cryptocurrency onboards the next million plus users, because those people get it. They're already buying skins that they have no ownership with, or going on quests to compete for these objects that they can't take out of the game. So super bullish on gaming for crypto, but I'm no gamer anymore.
Yeah, I'm bullish on crypto gaming. I think we're going to see that continue to increase in popularity and adoption, whether it comes from natively crypto games like maybe Gods Unchained or Axie Infinity, but also particularly from gaming studios that make just like regular popular games, them adopting NFTs or verifiably scarce in-game items or whatever it is. I think that I hope that continues, and I think it will.
Yeah.
It's crypto.
What was that?
Are you a gamer?
I'm not really a gamer. You know, like I tried to play Fortnite like when it was first hot, and I wasn't good at it. And you know, I got a little frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, like there are people murdering me left and right. I'm getting shot. I can't even build. Like these people are building like these massive things to escape you, and I can't even like turn around in time. So like I'm not that good of a gamer. I want to be. I'm very much looking into crypto gaming. It's something that I really want to hone in on because crypto gaming, it's changing a lot of people's lives, especially like Axie Infinity, people in the Philippines playing this and earning more in a year playing this game and supporting their family than a real job. Like that is very intriguing in itself. Do you guys think that crypto is going to change the way that this, maybe our generation, your generation, my generation, the next one works? You know, like actually physically at a job?
Aaron, you take this one. You have opinions on this.
Well, I think the future is digital in general. I think many things are going to happen in the metaverse in the future. Not right away, but going in the future. Now, the metaverse can be anything from just virtual reality or augmented reality, but also it'd be cool if it was, on crypto related, in that the items are verifiably scarce, like NFT type items. I think generally. Yeah, I think society is already changing, and we saw that. I think people really got in tune with that, especially in like 2020 with the pandemic thing, and everybody had to learn how to use Zoom. All the moms, dads, grandmas. I think everybody's kind of realizing that the world is digital, and crypto's a growing industry that's just exploding.
Absolutely.
Like kids today in Miss Teen Crypto, maybe you can relate with some of your younger friends, but like. For perspective, like when Aaron and I were growing up, if we wanted to hang out with friends, we would have to invite them over to play video games or go to somebody else's house and do whatever, video games or not. Now, kids, especially with the pandemic, they just go online. Like that's how they interact. So the natural progression would be to continue monetizing that in some way, which is super easy and relatively speaking. But I think we're already starting to see the decentralization of content creation, of gaming, of being your own, making your own brand or whatever, just with YouTube, just with these centralized platforms. Because before 2005, if you wanted to develop a following, you would have had to get a TV show, or I don't even know what you would do. Now kids are growing up. They all have their own YouTube channels. They all have their own TikToks. And being able to monetize off that is just the natural progression.
I totally get that. I've seen the progression of the normal get your 9 to 5, go to high school, go to college, go get your job, retire, all that stuff. I've grown up to see influencers like PewDiePie and these gamers especially, growing up watching them and seeing how they're, being their own business. It really like inspires people. I think it gives initiative. Like you guys, coming out, creating content so early in the crypto space where, there were influencers, but not a lot. You guys came in and educated people and became your own business, and you guys are succeeding massively. Your following on YouTube, I think when I checked before, was 1.18 million subscribers. I think you guys are you guys have around 50,000 Twitter followers. Every time I look at your Twitter, it's another 100K. Like you guys are absolutely killing the game. For people that don't know, what are some of your most popular or prominent content that you guys put out, like interviews and your crypto predictions? What's the highlight? I guess I'm gonna drop the link to your YouTube channel in the chat right now.
Oh, appreciate that. And let us know if you came over from Miss Teen Crypto's audience. Let us know in the comments of a video. As far as our most popular interviews, or our most popular content, I think what people really like is what they can expect daily. The people who tune in daily expect the daily news, what happened in the last day or two, and our opinion, and just going over in a very concise way. It was in 2017, is like there wasn't a lot of YouTube channels that did things in a nice, concise way like that. As far as when the ones who cover the news on a daily basis, a lot of it was just like live streams. And so I think what people have really appreciated for a news type thing is, and podcasts are better when they're like long form, but like for news type thing, I think people appreciated that it was, you know, pretty concise in 10 minutes, and I think that's what people really like and look forward to. But also I think people do like our interviews as well, because there's kind of like extra for us. We try and like get on really cool people, like we had on Gene Simmons from Kiss, or Raul Paul, or Pump, or CZ Finance. Maybe we'll have Miss Teen Crypto on one day. That'd be really cool.
Get the likes to 100, and then let's make it happen. That's what I said.
Guys, drop a like on the video if you want to see me on Altcoin Daily's channel. Drop 100, guys. If you guys are feeling zesty, drop some 100 emojis, or just type that you're feeling zesty, because I'm feeling zesty. I have another question for you guys, because I saw you guys look at charts and everything like that. For, I guess, newbies coming into this space, or just people in general, what do you think is the best way to accumulate crypto? Do you think people should just buy and hodl, or do you think they should attempt to trade? What's your opinion?
I think that the biggest mistake that people make in general, and we have personal friends, that it's almost just like human nature, is the biggest mistake would be people investing without understanding why they're investing into an asset. And I guess they would do it because they see these gains, or they just see an industry that's popping off and they want in. But if you invest in something and you don't really understand why it has value, whether it does or not, I'm just asking if you can articulate, if you have an investor's thesis, if you have a plan going in, then the issue becomes, oh, if it dips, then you're going to sell too early, or if it's pumps and you're going to buy back in. Those are all the risks if you're investing in something that you don't understand. So I would say, I totally understand that FOMO is real. Everybody goes through FOMO. This industry is moving super fast, but I would stick to the big guys, stick to the basics. The Bitcoins and Ethereum, at least keep 70. If you're new, keep 70% of your portfolio in that, and then do what's the most fun: speculate on those hot cheap alts, but don't invest anything you're willing to lose. And it's all part of the learning process. So get a little bit, and start learning every day would be my advice.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. And I would just say, I mean, it's so hard to like say, because everybody's risk profile is different. Like, I follow the market every day. I probably take on more risk than the normal person, but I'm involved with it every day. And it really depends what you want to do. I say, like, generally, cost averaging Bitcoin has always been a smart move, historically speaking. And generally, my personal like strategy is, like, here's the thing: I've made the most money in cryptocurrency just by holding for a long time. Like the saying, time in the market is better than timing the market. I think that's true. But also, I think just a general smart strategy is to have a plan to realize profits, have a plan to take some risk off the table. If you either take out your initial investment or take out a little bit of profit, then it's then you can just let it ride. It's the house's money. You'll never get burnt. And at that same time, I think, like, always keep a moon bag, never sell it all, because it's just, crypto is fraught with stories about like people just selling too early. Nobody thought that it could appreciate so fast because it's such a nascent space that's just exploding.
Yeah, I mean, dollar cost averaging, that I've heard that's one of the best ways. Hodling, I've seen a lot of people talk about the people that make the most gains in crypto are the people that just hodl. Because it day to day, it's a little crazy. But when in doubt, zoom out. Got to look at that, zoom out on that chart, have that bullish energy. But I really appreciate you guys coming on today. Your insights are absolutely awesome. Where can everyone find you? I know you guys have personal accounts as well, if you want to shout out those handles.
You can find us on Twitter at Altcoin Daily IO. You can find us on YouTube, Altcoin Daily. I would say that those would be, I do put my personal handles, like, at least in the videos I produce, like in the video description of our videos. Awesome. So you can always go there and find it. But Altcoin Daily on YouTube, Altcoin Daily on Twitter.
Awesome.
Yeah, Altcoin Daily IO on Twitter. Are we wrapping up? Is this near the end?
Yes.
who's your dream guest, Miss Team Crypto, for 2022? Who would you love to get on the show?
Oh my gosh, there are way too many. One person that I really want to get is Michael Saylor, because he's been doing a lot. He has Saylor Academy, CZ Binance, Charlie Lee. I've interviewed Charlie Lee before for the LA Blockchain Summit, but oh my gosh, where I love him on my show. I want to also dip into, people in the stock market as well, that are coming into the space. So there's a lot of people I really want to get on, but who do you guys want to get on? What's a dream guest for you?
Well, I think CZ would do it, because I think CZ does a lot of people's shows. He's on our show. Our dream guest, who would you say?
List. I would love
Mark Cuban
to talk to Mark Cuban about the crypto space. I would love to talk to Kevin O'Leary about DeFi, since he is launching WonderFi, I think is thing's called. He's going heavy into DeFi, and I would love to talk to Gary Vee about NFTs and Snoop Dogg about the metaverse.
Yeah, those are the dreams.
Dream list.
Snoop.
Why don't you get?
Snoop is always relevant. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, his celebrity is like even bigger than his rap career, I feel.
Yeah.
I think a good guest for you, Miss Team Crypto. Why don't you get on like Will Clemente? I feel like you guys are.
I would like to. I would very much like to. He's very cool. I saw him on a Funky Crypto podcast. I think he's 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get him on. I think we follow each other on Twitter. It would be quite zesty.
Yeah.
He has great analysis.
Yeah, I know. I've heard him talk, and I was like, wow, this dude is so smart. There are people that just talk, and you're like mesmerized, because you're just like, wow, like they really know what they're talking about, and it's just like, sparkles everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just absorbing all of it. Like, it's great.
Totally. He's been on our show a couple times. Super cool guy.
Yeah, he's great. Guys, comment on this video after it ends. Who would you guys like to see on the Miss Teen Crypto show? I also put in the live chat right now and in the description of the video, if you guys don't catch it right now, the link to Altcoin Daily's Twitter and YouTube channel. So if you guys have not followed them yet, that is craziness. Go follow them. They are absolutely awesome. They are now joining Twitter Spaces. I was in a very nice Twitter space with Aaron today. I'm not sure if you were in there, Austin. Were you popping in?
I was making the video. We switched off both days, so Aaron handled the Twitter space today. And
I was just a guest speaker, as the Sovereign people invited me. That was actually the first Twitter Spaces I've ever spoke on. Normally I'm just a listener/lurker, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Twitter Spaces is awesome. It's a great platform for people to get to know each other. But I just want to shout out the chat a little bit. Like, hi, Michael, Diego, sorry, Michael, Andrew, Joe the Toe, I like that name. Mark, Bitcoiner, Jay, Lou, everyone, Robert. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for taking the time out of your holiday season to hang out with us. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, drop a subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm doing a podcast every week. We're getting zesty here. We're hanging out with amazing people like Aaron and Austin. And guys, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate you. Your insights, again, were awesome.
Awesome to be here. I feel zesty. Big fan of Miss Teen Crypto. Hope to come back again, and hope that you come on our show sometime.
Yes, definitely. Let's talk about it. I really appreciate you guys. Again, have a great holiday season. A very happy new year, everybody. And as usual, always stay zesty. Peace. Peace out.
Good morning, crypto Twitter, it's Miss Teen Crypto, spreading crypto with doctors showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included. It's really that simple. We are savage, amazed, boss, zesty, making money at the same time. Spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z. Better take the